All right, and welcome to yet another episode of what we're doing here for our local community and our local sim chapter, where we're going to introduce you to some of the members of the team and some of the members of the group that are really making a difference, not only in our group at Sim, but also in the local community as well. I'm Jonathan Otero, and I'm super excited to bring to you this next guest that I have on, and a person that is really making waves and making a difference in our community. So we have, and obviously you're going to understand, and when you see him and you understand who he works for, this is when we talk about the who's who of Central Florida, you can't not mention the organization that he's with. So I'm excited because we have here Alex Asaturyan, who's going to be talking to you about not only what he does, but also what's exciting about the Sim Group. But let me tell you a little bit about Alex, so you can kind of get to know him if you don't know him already. So Alex is the senior systems engineer for the Orlando Magic. Yep, that Orlando Magic, the NBA team. His technology career started in 2012, and over the last 8+ years, he has been supporting and engineering a broad scope of IT systems and initiatives, ranging from content management platforms, enterprise applications, servers, storage, networks, security, cloud, and more. So it goes on and on with Alex. He's learned a lot through his experiences, but also enjoys keeping up with his education and certifying across various IT topics. He's very passionate about customer service, hard work, attention to detail, and family. Because of these passions, he works with a sense of duty and can take pride in his results. In his free time, he loves to run. So Alex, I'm gonna have to get with you on that because I need to get on my running game. He and his wife are training currently right now for a marathon. He loves mountain biking, cooking. This guy has not only a great resume for work, but a great husband resume as well. And entertaining his brand new 7-month-old son, which he's excited about. And that is so cool. He also volunteers as a for Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Florida. And he aspires to continue learning and growing in the IT industry as a practitioner and a leader while spreading knowledge to anyone that yearns for it. So let me bring Alex in. And Alex, welcome. Good to see you again.
Hey, Jonathan. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me today. That was quite the intro, my man.
Yes, it was. You are the man. And listen, you're gonna have to help me out once this whole thing ends. I need to get on my running game. I mean, I've definitely gained some COVID weight, and I need to get on my cooking game because the only thing I know how to make is reservations. So you're gonna have to help me out with that.
Yeah, for sure. Come over right after this. We'll go for
All
dinner.
right. Sounds good. So Alex, we talked about in the intro there about, how you're growing and learning and helping you become an IT practitioner. So I think that really ties in great with what we're here to talk about, which is the Sim Group that we're both members of. And when we talk about networking and you're hanging out with your peers and collaborating, explain to me in your words and your thoughts, being a member of Sim, how has that helped you grow as an IT practitioner local in our community? How has that helped you grow in your career?
Well, there's really more ways than one, but I'll tell you, just personally, I don't know, maybe not everyone's like this, but I was content with just kind of watching a webinar in the background, and I wasn't really involved, I guess, in the local IT community from a networking perspective. I seldom, if at all, went to in-person IT events and meetups, and I think maybe because it seemed foreign to me, or maybe because I wasn't informed or lacked the confidence to attend these events. But after joining Sim, you end up spending a lot of time at these in-person events and meeting people and conversing with people, and it really helps you build that confidence and teaches you to just speak about what you do and talk to people and hold those kinds of technical conversations and business conversations. And I think just the monthly Sim meetings are an amazing event for that, and it really helped me to develop that skill. So I think that's one of the ways that's helped me enhance my career.
Interesting. And so you talk about talking to those folks that are also in your position that are leading in our local community when it comes to an IT perspective. So explain to me what has been some, with all the trends that are going on right now, obviously with all the digital change and everything that's happening, what has been some of the benefit that you've received from interacting with your peers?
Well, I mean, quite honestly, you get their honest, unbiased opinions about any topic, really. If it's a vendor or a service, something that they've bought and purchased for, or something that they've used or are aspiring to use, you can ask them anything. And I've had those conversations about, how is your cloud migration going? What platform are you using? What vendor are you using? And they'll tell you if they have any hardships, and sometimes they'll even tell you what they've paid for certain products, so that you can bring that to the negotiating table, so to speak, later on. But that's one of the inherent benefits of just talking to local practitioners in the community, and especially SIM members.
Yeah, and I really see that as, being a member of the group, seeing how, we all interact, and not only being able to just figure out if you have a project going on at your own, company, and trying to figure out where we can purchase this from, or who do you use, or what vendor do you recommend. Those ideas would be great to bounce off, but also strategically, right? How to position this and say, hey, not only this is what we have to implement, but also how do we get this? How are you doing this in your own company where you're getting it approved, right? Because sometimes, especially nowadays, we all have to worry about budgets. And we know what to do from an IT perspective in terms of how to fix something. But then getting that approved, because it may cost them, that might be a whole different level, right? And now you got to sell it internally. So how are others, I would imagine, how are others doing that? That would be some of the questions that you guys are bouncing off each other. And that's sometimes could be the biggest piece of the puzzle, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you bring up a really good point, because not just, you get the benefit obviously by talking to the members themselves, but we've also had speakers, and specifically I'm thinking of Todd Cohen, who talks about how to sell yourself, right? He's a great author and nationally recognized speaker. And you can, when we have these monthly meetings, one of the great things is that it's not a one-way webinar where everyone's on mute with their cameras off. You're encouraged to participate and keep your mic and camera on and ask questions. And so you actually get to talk to folks like him about exactly what you said strategically. How do you sell yourself to your business, right? As an IT practitioner, you have to sell the idea that you want to transform the business through this technology, and how to get those budgets approved. And Todd Cohen has a great presentation, which all the SIM members benefit from. And that's just one of the several that we've had about business leadership and strategy. So.
Great point. And if you're not sure what Alex is talking about, that's because you are not a SIM member. You need to join so you can understand what Alex was talking about, because I was on that call as well, and he is 100% accurate. So that brings me to my next question, Alex, as we start to wrap up here. With all the changes going on, we talked about that. You mentioned we were digital on that one meeting with Todd. I know there's a lot of people that are in the audience right now that are watching this, that are thinking, hey, I want to join SIM, but I'm not sure if I should, invest into that, or how's it going to benefit me. What would you tell someone, or what advice would you give someone that's on the fence? They maybe checked us out on our website. Are there really IT practitioners there that someone I could bounce ideas off from? What advice would you give someone that's thinking about joining SIM?
Yes, absolutely join. There's no greater benefit than having an expanded network and peers that you can lean on. And there's absolutely members that are willing to help if you just ask. And they're always offering advice. And you can really, really just gain a lot of insights from them, because they're from all kinds of fields in the industry. Some of them are not even IT, they're business, and maybe there's a broad stroke of technology in there, but absolutely, you can talk to all kinds of people. Everyone's willing to offer their advice, offer their help. Just having those people, those connections in your back pocket to lean on when you need it is invaluable, I think, for the SIM membership. And then on top of that, you get all of those great presenters on a monthly basis that are usually, nationally recognized, and you get to have that FaceTime with them as well, and just get that education and knowledge from them. So, I think it's invaluable, especially in the local community.
Absolutely. Listen, you hit it right on the head there. So I appreciate that. I think that's exactly what we're looking to do. So what I'm going to do now, Alex, I really appreciate what you said there. I think there's nothing else more to be said. If you want to get with us, you guys can go to simcfl.org, simcfl.org. Check us out over there on our website. If you have any questions, you can reach out to myself, Alex, on LinkedIn. all our different members of the group and figure out how you can become a part of it. Alex, I'm going to go take off this shirt right now. I'm going to go put on my running shoes, and I'm running to your house right now so you can help me out with this. And I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for sharing with everyone. Appreciate
Thanks so much, Jonathan.
All right, sir. Have a good day. See you soon. I'm running right now.
Bye-bye.